I really like the Black Bear. It's a lot of fun to play. It's a very cheerful tune. It's very lively, up-tempo, upbeat. It's got the holler in the middle of it, which is a lot of fun whether you're in the band or in the audience. It's just great. But it is a hard tune. It's very technical. It's very fast. It's got tarluas, D-throws, tackums, a lot of stuff crammed in. So I'm going to start by suggesting how to approach the tune and how to take it apart, really get into the nitty-gritty and practice it thoroughly. And then I'll play through the whole tune start to finish at a few different tempos. If you want to skip over this introduction and my preamble, there are links in the description below to each playthrough of the tune, as well as links to my website if you're interested in music lessons, bagpipe lessons online or in person if you're in Montreal. You can contact me through the links below. Cheers! So rule number 1 with any tune, slow and steady wins the race. Slow and steady wins the race. Don't play it faster than you can cleanly play it. You will only spend more time practicing it and trying to fix the bad habits later. It takes a lot of patience, especially with a technical tune such as the Black Bear. I suggest starting with the metronome set to every 8th note. Maybe 90 beats per minute or whatever speed is comfortable for you. And if you find tunes like this, written with dotted 16ths and 32nds, intimidating to look at the rhythm, a little trick I use is to pretend there's one less beam throughout the whole tune. For example, 8th notes, you pretend they're quarters, 16ths, you pretend they're eighths, and 32nds, you pretend they're 16ths. It makes it look a little less messy and a little less chaotic. If you're going to be playing this tune solo, especially for a competition, then you definitely want to learn it exactly as it's written on the page. But, and at the risk of getting some criticism from other pipers out there, I think if you have to play this with a band, you might need to simplify parts of the tune. A lot of people say you should just play it as it's written, no matter what. But if you have to play this with a band, and the band is going to be playing it at 70 beats per minute, 80 beats per minute on the march, if you can't pull off tarluas fast enough, if you can't pull off the tackums cleanly, it's much better to simplify it and do what you can do cleanly and rhythmically in time with the band so that it doesn't sound like you're clashing with the other pipers. It's important to decide early on in the learning stages of this tune whether you're going to simplify it or not and what exactly you're going to change. Here's what I suggest. Play through the whole thing slowly, find the hardest technical parts for you, even if it's just a few notes here and there or a bar here and there, and work on just those spots with the metronome. Speed it up bit by bit and find your maximum tempo. If your maximum clean, comfortable tempo for that little section is less than what your band's goal tempo is, then you already know after only 5 minutes of practice time that you need to simplify that section. For example, the beginning of part 2 is the section I find the hardest in the whole tune. So I started with it nice and slow, with the 8th note set to 100 beats per minute, and I aim to practice it until I can get it clean 5 times in a row. If I can do that, I'll bump it up to 110 beats per minute. If I can do that, 120. Once I get 5 times in a row clean at 120, I'll try it at 130. So I know my limit is about 140 beats per minute, or 70 to the quarter note. But let's say my band is playing it at 80, and I can't quite pull it off. So as a last resort, just to make sure I stay in time with the band at 80 beats per minute, I can take out the shake, I can replace it with a light D strike, I can take out the high G doubling, that way I know it'll be nice and clean with the band, nice rhythm, even if it's not a way that I would ever want to play it solo, and especially not in front of a judge. So that's the section I find the hardest, but what about you guys? What part is the most difficult for you? Tell me about it in the comments below. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. One, two, three. Thanks for watching, and I hope you found this helpful. Happy practicing, and slàinte mhath.